Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today for a Yealink webinar brought to you by 888 VoIP, your one-stop shop value-added VoIP distributor. My name is Rebecca Johnson. I have organized today's webinar and I will be monitoring the session. So we're going to begin with an introduction and an overview of 888 VoIP, and then I will pass it off to today's host, Yealink's Victoria Ding. She will review the new Wi-Fi cordless handsets and the highly anticipated LTE phone. So just a couple quick things. Feel free to ask any questions in the Q&A or the chat box throughout the session. I will jump in and throw them to Victoria during the session if possible, and then we will go through any remaining ones at the very end. Stick around because we will be having a short, fun 5-question quiz at the end with the opportunity for 5 lucky attendees to win. Our prizes are going to be either a $50 Amazon gift card or a free demo unit. Your choice of the AX83H, the AX86R, the Wi-Fi phones, the T33G, T74W, or the T85W IP phones. So if you answer all 5 questions correctly, you'll be entered to win. And then if you've won, we will contact you directly via email from 888 VoIP. All right, so I'm going to get started here with the 888 VoIP slides, and we'll go through those pretty quickly, and then I will pass it off to Victoria. So let's get started. All right, let's go to our next slide here. All right, perfect. All right, so if you're new here or if you could use a bit of a refresher, I'd like to go over who 888 VoIP is as a distribution company. We are a one-stop solution source for all industry-leading hardware, including networking, collaboration solutions, and voice over IP, of course. We offer support services in-house for quick responses from our 888 VoIP engineering experts. We love seeing partners grow and develop their businesses with us as technology evolves. So everything you pretty much can need in this distribution company, we are here for you. So slide 2, please. All right, we provide more than just physical hardware. It's what we always like to say. We offer provisioning services from really basic all the way to advanced if you need some special types of configuration. So we can include specific labeling and stickers as well, so it looks like it's coming from your warehouse. We also can add marketing collateral in the boxes as well if you need that. Software solutions. We offer some software solutions, licenses, portal access, so reach out to us if you're looking for something specifically. Full cycle logistics. We pride ourselves in getting the hardware out the door same day, and we always are providing ETAs, making sure you know exactly where everything is and when, get as much information as possible. And of course, RMAs, so anything purchased from us, we're gonna support you all the way through your install, even if it's warranty related. Basically, we're not just a distribution company. We always like to say we really are here to support our partners all the way through, through and through. And then API. We have a strong API connection that offers our partners basically an e-commerce level access to your website. So if your customers frequent your site, this can help make your site a bit more of like an ordering tool. We have a web team here at 888 VoIP that can build a small sandbox for your API integration that'll give us a test setting for you if you need. And all orders receive, quick tracking, MAC and serials on all the invoices, all of this to help your process. All right, next. Okay. Technical support. We have a full team of certified tech support on our site here. So let us be the first line of support for anything you might need. And if we need to get Yealink involved, of course, we obviously have a close relationship as we're doing this webinar together. And we just want to make this process as easy as possible for you. You can come to us. If we need to come to Yealink, we will do that. Anything to make the process simple. Marketing. I'm part of our marketing team here at 888 VoIP, so we can help you with any collateral and materials you might need. Imagery, sales slicks, ask your sales representative, and so we can get you those materials over very quickly. And even if it's something customized that you're looking for, you might need something with your brand on it, we're happy to help. Fast shipping, I've got a slide here that in a couple of slides, we'll show you the warehouses. We have 2 warehouses, so we'll get you the products as soon as possible. And then additional benefits. As a wholesale distributor, don't think that MSRP is your one and only option from a price perspective. We can give you the most accurate and cost-effective pricing on all of our devices. So again, our sales reps are here to help you out on that. We offer financing from third-party lenders as well. Okay. Tech support. So definitely consider us for the pre-sale and post-sale process in all of its entirety. We don't just sell products and leave you in the dark. So if you have questions on deployment or design, you can lean on us. Okay. And then here's our map showing you our 2 warehouses, Buffalo, New York, and Reno, Nevada. So wherever you might be closest to, we will ship out from whichever warehouse that's going to get you the quickest. All right. And then just a quick slide on our product portfolio. So we've got a full range of products, and we keep our website up to date with our latest offerings so we can, help you build your full solution. So if there's anything you want or need, please reach out to your sales representative. The next slide here will have all of the content, and actually at the bottom too, our contact information. So feel free to reach out. We can throw the next slide up there. All right, okay, so we're actually gonna be getting into the Yealink part of the presentation. I will throw in this contact information right now in the chat if you'd like to save that, and I will pass this off to Victoria to get going. All right, thank you so much.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. I'm Victoria from Yealink phone team, and I'll be your host for the next 45 minutes also. So I'm pretty confident that everybody here today is quite familiar with Yealink's desk phones, whether it's T3 versions, the old T4, T5 series, or the updated T7, T8 series, you name it. However, many partners share that plenty of end customers, they're unaware that we also offer Wi-Fi cordless handsets. So today we're fixing that. When your customer says, we need our stuff to move freely around the warehouse, the hospital corridor, the hotel lobby, and still make and receive calls. Or we don't want to put more network cables, it's too expensive. That's where desk phones hit their limits. And that's exactly what we're focusing on today, Yealink cordless Wi-Fi handsets and our newly launched LTE phone. And before we jump in, let me quickly introduce the Yealink team supporting a VoIP. We are a group of 5 people, Jeannie, Tom, Leona, Jasmine, and me, myself, Victoria. We are a quite young and energetic team. So if you're not sure who to contact, just contact any one of us. Think of us as your Yealink shortcut keys. So after today, please don't feel like Yealink is just a logo on the slide. There's a real team behind it, and we're here to help you move projects forward. Here's what we'll cover in 3 parts. For the first part, we'll dive deep into the Yealink cordless Wi-Fi handsets, the AX A3H and AX A6R, with their core selling features, use cases, and exactly how to pitch them to your customers. In the next part, we'll quickly go over our newly launched T74 LTE, which is perfect for temporary offices, remote areas, and outdoor operations. And the last part is what everyone cares about the most, how Yealink helps you close a deal. We'll introduce our updated deal registration incentive program and the speed program. You might want to take notes on this section. So before we dive into the products, let me ask you a question. When your customer says they want wireless phones, what's your #1 concern? Is it battery life? Is it durability? Do they break easily? Is it Wi-Fi signal stability, or is it price? I'm sure these are all the concerns that's our customers' main concern. And so today, let's see how Yealink phones solve all of these concerns. The AX A3H and AX A6R are our Wi-Fi cordless handsets, purpose-built for mobile workforces. As you can see, the H means normal handsets, and the R means the ruggedized one. They cover a wide range of scenarios, including retail, manufacturing, warehousing, hospitals, hotels, and offices. Anywhere your customers need to talk and walk. Now let's break down the key selling features. Each one directly addresses the concern you just mentioned. The first one is the long-lasting battery life. AX-A3H gives you 9 hours of talk time and 200 hours of standby. AX-A6R gives you 13 hours of talk time and 300 hours of standby, which achieves the industry record. In real-life practice, that's a full day shift plus a night shift back-to-back. And here's a kicker. The industry average is only around 7 hours. So we're talking about nearly double the competition. And here's the best part, the USB-C fast charging, which is the same cable as your laptop and your phone. So no more hunting for extra chargers. And you can drop it in the optional cradle and pick it up on your way out. It's really convenient. The second part is my favorites, push to talk. Our AX-A6R offers the one press just in 1 second and with the instant connection with your entire team. No dialing, no waiting, no let me find their number, just push and talk. If you need to broadcast to everyone on the floor, just use group broadcast. If you want to reach one person quietly, do one-on-one call, both will work. And for this feature, the emergency alarm, I believe this saves more than just time, it saves safety. AX-A6R has a dedicated red emergency button. Just one press, the help is on the way. But it doesn't just stop here, it all alarms automatically in 3 ways. Running alarm triggered by a sudden movement, man down alarm triggered by the fall, no movement alarm triggered when someone stops moving. Think about a scenario, a warehouse worker slips, a hotel housekeeper faints in a guest room, a security guard stops responding on patrol. The phone doesn't wait for them to press a button, it alerts a team for them. And for the AX-A3H, you can also configure the trunk key as an alarm button. So even the cost-effective model has emergency coverage. This isn't a nice to have, I'm sure it's a must to have for safety-critical environments. And it's a conversation stopper when you're pitching to healthcare, manufacturing, or hospitality customers. Now let's talk about durability. Our AX-A6R is IP67 certified, which means fully dot tight and waterproof up to 1 meter for 30 minutes. Drop it in the puddle, pick it up, it keeps working. And they're drop proof up to 1.8 meters. That's about 6 feet. Warehouse shelves, hotel counters, and hotel beds, you name it. For healthcare and food industry customers, here's a big one, antibacterial design, which inhibits 99.9% of harmful bacteria. And with the chemical cleaning resistant, it can wipe it down with harsh disinfectants day after day without damaging the device. So all in all, with the IP67 drop-proof, antibacterial, and chemical resistant, I believe AX-A6R doesn't just survive the job, it outlasts it. So up to now, we've covered the features. Now let's make it real, industry by industry. I'll go through each vertical, highlight one key differentiator for each, and give you a pitch that you can use. The most common use industry would be the healthcare. This is where infection control meets emergency response. Hospitals have non-negotiable requirements. Everything that enters the patient care area must be cleanable with harsh disinfectants. That's why these handsets must be antibacterial and IP67 certified. They serve medical-grade cleaning day after day. On top of that, nurses and doctors are constantly on the move between wards. They need Wi-Fi roaming that doesn't drop calls, and they need that red emergency button for falls and patient incidents. So here, I like to recommend our AX-A6R for clinical staff and mobile care teams, AX-A3H for the admin and support, And also here I list out a sales pitch for you. Yealink Wi-Fi handsets meet hospital infection control requirements, support emergency call integration, and improve care response speed. Then let's talk about manufacturing, which is absolutely the opposite environment compared to the healthcare, because it's filled with dust, humidity, and high noise. Here, the challenge is survival. Standard phones break in a week. That's why AX-A6R is IP67 rated. It's dust tight and waterproof, and drop proof from 1.8 meters, like warehouse shelves, concrete floors, you name it. Our handsets with AI noise cancellation cut through machine noise, so calls are actually usable. And with 13-hour battery long, covers multi-shift operations. No one has to recharge mid-shift. So here, I'd like to recommend the AX-A6R for harsh industrial environments, which assembly lines, heavy machinery stands. And I'd like to recommend the AX-A3H for general production and offices. The same one sales pitch for you. Yealink Wi-Fi handsets is dust-proof, waterproof, and drop-proof with AI noise cancellation and 13-hour battery for multi-shift needs, which is, I'm sure, would be the best for you to choose. When it comes to hospitality, this one is about image and mobility. Housekeeping, bellman, engineering, they move across the entire property. The phone needs to be lightweight, sleek, and compact because guests see it. You can handle a bulky industrial phone to a bellman at a 5-star hotel. And I'd recommend the AX-A6R for ruggedized roles like the housekeeping, engineering, outdoor pool areas. The AX-A3H for front of house and offices. Also one sales pitch. Seamless staff mobility across the property with instant emergency response, sleek design, and clear audio in high traffic zones. The last industry I like to mention is retail. The demand of retail is fast-moving, high traffic, constant switching between sales floor and stock room. Staff needs lightweight, ergonomic handsets they can carry all day, emergency alerts for safety incidents, clear audio even in busy stores. So I'm sure it would be the best to recommend AX-A6R for sales floor, stock room, and loading areas, and AX-A3H for back offices and admin. And one pitch for you. Keep your teams connected from the sales floor to stock room. Lightweight, emergency ready, clear in high traffic zones. All right, let's bring it together. One page, 2 models, and several industries. You may want to take a screenshot here. Every vertical we just covered shares the same core abilities: Wi-Fi roaming, emergency alarm, IP67 protection, clear audio in noisy environments, and long battery life. But here's a key. When you're pitching to different industries, you lead with what matters the most to them, as is shown in the red. And for the model selection itself, it's simple. The AX-A6R with red emergency button and IP67 certified would be the perfect for the harsh environments, high noise, long shifts, and emergency required. The AX-AT3H, the standard one, is enough for office environments, admin staff, shorter use, and budget-conscious users. All right, that wraps up our part 1, Yealink cordless Wi-Fi handsets. Now, before I move to the part 2, the T74 LTE phone, do you have any questions? You can just type that in the chat box. All right, so now let's talk about something brand new, the T74 LTE. And I know that many of you have been waiting for this. This is the LTE phone that's finally coming to our channel. It's the T74W, the DeX phone that runs on 4G LTE. No Ethernet cable required. no Wi-Fi dependency. Just plug in a narrow SIM card, power it on, and you're making calls. Here's a game changer. It supports 3 networks, the LTE, Wi-Fi, and local area network. That's a triple network redundancy. If one network goes down, it automatically switches to another. Your customer's communication never stops. That's where the VoIP and VoLTE converge in one device. It keeps all the advanced PBX functions and your customers are used to, plus the reliability of carrier-grade VoLTE calls. And the deployment is really easy. Just plug and play. Insert the nano SIM card, power it on, the IMS account registers automatically. So where do we actually see the T74 LTE in action? There will be the 4 key scenarios. The number 1 would be the construction site, where no Ethernet, no Wi-Fi infrastructure yet, but they need communication from day one. With our LTE phone runs on 4G, it's done. The next would be the remote branches. Think rural offices, pop-up locations. Getting a weird circuit installed takes weeks. A SIM card only takes minutes. And number 3 would be the fire stations. Emergency response needs reliable backup. If the primary network fails, LTE kicks in instantly. Emergency centers are also in great need of LTE phones. Disaster recovery in situations where every second counts. Triple network redundancy, LTE, Wi-Fi, and local area network ensures they'll never lose connection. So just one sentence to remember, wherever there's 4G coverage, T74 LTE works. No waiting for wired internet, no dependency on Wi-Fi. Some customers may have some questions like why we didn't apply 5G instead of the 4G. Actually, in real life practice, for safe voice traffic, 4G bandwidth is already more than enough. Plus, 5G coverage in North America is still rolling out. So that's why we believe 4G offers better cost performance at this point. Now let's talk about compatibility. T74 LTE plays nice with almost all the major PBX platforms, include BroadSoft, Metaswitch, Asterisk, and more. Your customers don't have to rip out their existing phone systems to deploy this. And here's a backstory. Yealink have been working with Verizon since 2022. Those Verizon branded LTE phones you've seen was supplied by Yealink. We've been supplying them at scale, shipping around 1,600 units per month and proving our reliability on their network for years. Now we're bringing that same proven LTE phone to our own channel for our customers. So the T74 LTE isn't a first attempt. It's a battle-tested product that's already been deployed in this field on Verizon's network at scale. We know the certification requirements, we know the network, and we know how it works. It's also compatible with AT&T and T-Mobile, supporting the key LTE bands your customers need, and whichever major carrier they're on, the phone works. Also, what is worth mentioning is that LTE phone, we will offer LTE phone initial demo units for distribution in early July. So if you're interested in trying a free demo, please feel free to reach out to us. So that would be the part of T74 LTE phone. Do you have any questions? You can also type it in the chat box. Now let's talk about how Yealink helps you move opportunities forward. Product value is important, but sales also need support. This is our 2026 IP phone incentive program, and there are a few updates from last year worth noting. It applies to all models, including Wi-Fi handsets and T74 LTE. As long as your total order exists 30 units, that's a deal, and you'll get 2% basic discount. And on top of that, depending on which vertical you're selling into, like government, healthcare, retail, or education, you can add another 2% or 3%. If the total amount is between 200 to 500, you will get 8% at most. If the overall quantity is over 500 units, you will get 10% in total. That's a really good number. And also a couple rules here. If you're already at more than 5% special pricing, no additional registration incentives. And for the projects over 500 units, we need the end user's email for verification. And the second one is a newly launched deal registration SPIF incentive program. For the new deal registration, we set up a policy that for customers who have not registered any deals in the past 6 months, if they register a new deal and successfully close the order, they will receive a 100 credits per deal. And for customers who register and close at least 2 deals during the program period, which would be before the September, the customer will receive another additional 200 credits. So that's the deal registration, SPIF, and discount program we offer to our partners. All right, so before we wrap up, time for a little quiz. Top 5 participants with the high score will get a free demo or a $50 Amazon gift card. So Rebecca, could you please show the poll questions?
Yep, we've got the first question up right now. We'll leave it up for about 30 seconds.
Sure.
And then I'll launch the next one. So what is the talk time of AX86R on a single charge? Either 9 hours or 13 hours. All right. We're closing that poll. We'll do the next one. Ready? Push to talk connects your team in how many seconds? Either 1 second or 3 seconds. We appreciate you guys paying attention. This is great. All right. Question number 3. How many networks does T74 LTE support? 1, 2, or 3? All right, thank you. Next question. Does the T74 LTE support 4G or 5G or both? All right, and our final question. What is the maximum discount for education orders of 500 plus units? All right, and we are all set. Closing this poll. And thank you all for participating in that. And let's review the answers really quick. So I can run through the questions and the answers right before we close out. And while I'm doing this, if anybody has any questions or comments, please feel free to throw that in the chat now. So first question, what is the talk time of AX86R on a single charge? The correct answer is 13 hours. Second question, push to talk connects your team in how many seconds? Correct answer is 1 second. How many networks does the T74 LTE support? The correct answer is 3 networks. Question 4, does the T74 LTE support 4G or 5G or both? The correct answer is 4G. And what is the maximum discount for education orders of 500 plus units? Correct answer is 10%. All right, we've got one question here. Can you show the slide above the deal registration slide, please? Victoria, there you go. I think that slide.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions on this slide? And as a reminder, we will send out the recording of this as well. So you'll have this, we'll upload it to YouTube in probably a couple of days, and then we'll send you the recording in an email and of course, acknowledge the winners.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about it. Victoria, is there anything else that you'd like to add as we close this out?
No more questions. Just
Yeah.
thank everybody very much to take the time to join us today.
Yes, and we'll make the slides available as well. That was one additional comment that came in.
Sure.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day.